DJ NTV.
Welcome to TJMTV Daily News Update, your one-stop channel for everything news and gist happening all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time this video got to you. And if this is your first time of seeing any of our videos, please don't forget to go a step further, like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you'll be one of the first persons to know whenever we drop a new video. Now let's take you straight up to the main news.
I will replace you if you don't call off your strike. Minister of Labour to doctors on strike. Dr. Chris Ngige, who is the Minister of Labour of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has said that he is going to replace all striking resident doctors if they do not resume work by Monday, the 9th of August 2021. Speaking in an interview, Dr. Chris Ngige said that an employer has a right to replace any employee who abandons his or her duty, especially if that duty is of essential service. He went ahead to say, according to the labor law, the employer can also withdraw your money and use it to pay those he has acquired during the period you were away. And should you decide to go to the international labor law principles at work, it guarantees a worker the right to strike, but it has consequences. The Minister of Labour, Dr. Chris Ngige, said the striking doctors were not expected to go on strike without giving him at least 15 days prior notice. And if he does nothing about it, then they can embark on the strike, considering that they are essential workers. He has said that he had invoked the Section 43 of the Labour Act, which states that for the period a worker withdraws his services, the government or his employers are entitled not to pay. Also, Dr. Osage Ehanire, the Minister for Health State, has said that 7 out of the 12 matters being raised by the National Association of Resident Doctors are supposed to be handled by state government and not the federal government. But the doctors have continued to call on the government to fully take up their responsibility, but the government is insisting that these issues are supposed to be the responsibilities of their state governments. Dr. Chris Ngige has gone ahead to say that any doctor that fails to resume work by Monday, the 9th of August 2021, will no longer receive pay from the government for the period they stayed away from work, and that period will not be recorded as pensionable to them. According to him, he said that by Monday, August 9th, 2021, he will escalate the whole issue because the conciliation has failed, and the law says if conciliation fails on his side, he can move it up, adding that there are other things that are permitted by the law, and he said he will invoke those things, although he tried as much as possible not to use the word sack on the striking doctors. But he has said that the government will not pay any doctor still on strike by Monday, the 9th of August 2021. Now, according to the National Association of Resident Doctors, they said that the strike is going to be indefinite. But Dr. Chris Ngige, the Minister for Labour, has said that on the 9th of August, all striking doctors are to resume, stating that their employer has a right to replace them. And it doesn't matter what you term it. He said the government can use locum doctors or medical officers to run the hospitals. The president of the National Association of Resident Doctors, NAD, Dr. Uyilawar, has said that the government has not reached out to them since the union embarked on their strike. But the government on its own part is saying that they did not see any reason why the National Association of Resident Doctors will go on strike, stating that the government has tried as much as possible to meet with their demands. Amongst other reasons why the National Association of Resident Doctors is going on strike includes poor condition of service and also allowance for treating COVID-19 patients, amongst other things. The strike action, which was embarked by the National Association of Resident Doctors, started on the 2nd of August 2021, where doctors of public health facilities complied with the strike, and also it has started affecting the healthcare delivery system in the country. Some of the state governments have raised concerns over the doctors leaving their duty for almost a week now. The secretary to the government of Rivers State, Tammy Dangogo, has warned the National Association of Resident Doctors that they have the right to go on strike, and we expect such will be restricted to only resident doctors who are directly under the payroll of the federal government, particularly as Rivers State government does not owe any salary or benefits to the resident doctors in the state. The governor of Edo State, on his own part, has appealed to the striking doctors to put an end to the strike and go back to their place of work. But the president of the National Association of Resident Doctors have insisted that the strike is indefinite and sees it as the only means via which the government will take their demands seriously. Speaking on the reason why he has refused to meet with the striking resident doctors, Dr. Chris Ngige said that he has better use of his time. He has other things to do, according to him. I did 2 conciliations again yesterday. Am I going to keep wasting time with them? He also added that as at the 22nd of July 2021, when he met with the National Association of Resident Doctors, they were happy, they were praising him, saying he was kind, compassionate, and were advising public servants in Nigeria to emulate him. Where the government officials are wrong, he said, I tell them and I give them an ultimatum and time frame to perfect whatever it is. So why do you go on strike 1 week after? The minister has maintained his stance that the striking National Association of Resident Doctors will not receive salary for the period that they are on strike, and it will never count for them as a period for pensionable positions in their career. And if they fail to resume work by Monday, the 9th of August 2021, then they will be replaced by locum doctors or medical officers, according to him. Well, guys, the National Association of Resident Doctors are on strike, and this is seriously affecting, healthcare delivery across the country, especially in public-owned hospitals, because then you go to the hospital with an emergency, and there is no doctor on ground, save for the medical officers who are, may not be readily available, and then sometimes you need some of these resident doctors to handle some of these sensitive issues, and hey, they are on strike. But in my own opinion, I think the Minister for Labour should meet with the executives of the National Association of Resident Doctors and for real this time around talk out things, and not just talk but implement their agreement. I think that's the grievance, because the National Association of Resident Doctors President Dr. Uyi Lawa has said that they've met and the government has not done anything about it. Rather, they're saying that the resident doctors who are on the payroll of the federal government should go back to the government of their various states to implement some of these agreements that were reached upon. And now the secretary to the state government in Rivers State is saying that they do not have any dealings with the resident doctors, because resident doctors are directly under the payroll of the federal government. Well, guys, what do you think is the way forward from this particular issue? Because the services of a doctor cannot be overemphasized. It's an essential service with a lot of importance. It has to do with life, and life, they say, is sacred. So what do you think the government should do? Are you with Dr. Chris Ngige that if the striking doctors refuse to resume by the 9th of August 2021, they will be replaced? Or is there a way forward from this situation? Drop your thoughts and comments in the comment section below.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us till the end of this video. But before we go, we just want to let you know that we're also on Facebook and on Instagram at DJMTV. Also check out our website at www.djmtv.news. There we drop news 247 non-stop. Do not forget that you could also place your advert with us here on DJMTV News, and be rest assured that your business will get to the desired market. Well, so we'll come your way again with another edition of DJMTV Daily News Update. I remain your host, Laura Favor.
Yeah.
DJMTV.
People don't say no, they don't like it.
Welcome to DJMTV.
DJMTV. DJ ATV. DJ ATV. DJ ATV.
Some of the delegates and ask the question.
DJ ATV. DJ ATV. DJ ATV. DJ ATV.